Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video. We are talking as always about the twin flame journey. And today I want to go a little bit into detail with what is so tricky about readings and divination in general when it comes to twin flames. Those things can keep you stuck along your way for a long time. It's a little bit kind of wasted energy, right? If you want, not all together. So I'll go into the pros and cons. But basically, you are like reacting to something on the outside, and on the journey, it's always about like finding out what's going on inside you, right? So receiving your own messages basically, instead of someone on the outside needing to reassure you, right? So that's something very tricky. So for a long time, not for a long time, some of us for a long time, staying stuck and wanting to find the truth on the outside, wanting someone else to tell them the truth or tell them what's going on. And this can also be true for our divine counterparts, right? Because they could look on the outside for confirmation. They could like ask other people for their opinion, and then put a lot of then pay a lot of attention also to what other people say. So that's the same with you maybe, and the readings. And so it would be good for you, of course, to do your own readings, right? To try and find out for yourself what messages you receive. So this is your connection with the divine, right? So and not reacting to what someone else is giving you on the outside so much, right? And it's also a kind of laziness is too strong of a word, but you're just relying on an outcome that is maybe presented to you in a reading without putting in the inner work, right? Putting in the work to be in that place. So when a reading is, for example, there is something positive, your twin flame is moving towards you, your twin flame is moving more fully towards you. So the positive thing is that's encouraging, right? So that's uplifting. So this gives you, this uplifts the vibration, and so that's a good thing, right? But of course, then when you are not aware that that's the benefit, and you want the outcome and you don't have the outcome, then you're crashing, right? You're crashing down, and this doesn't feel so good. And this is not a high vibration. This is then disappointment, something like that, frustration, things like that, right? Maybe fear of loss and abandonment, or whatever it is for you, right? So that's the ups and downs. Whereas when we are like relying on our own messages, like the messages that we receive from the divine, then that's something where there is more stability. There's more stability to it. The ups and downs are always coming when we are too much reacting on the outside, to the outside, right? With everything, but now also with readings, and especially because there are readers out there that are not twin flame readers. So the twin flame readers, of course, I would always recommend to listen to readers that have a twin flame background and at least know what they're talking about when it comes to twin flames. But of course, there are a lot of readers that are coming very much from a place of ego, right? And that are then also judging the other person when there are like difficulties. They see difficulties, they see challenges. For example, as I already was talking about my video where I was going into the topic twin flames and money. that when it comes to money, and for example, somebody points out your divine counterpart is only interested in material things, something like that, right? Let him go. This has nothing to do with love. I would never be with someone like this. Then that's coming from a place of ego, because this person doesn't know how the dynamic between twin flames is working in truth, and that this person is like reflecting something to you, if it's your true twin flame, right? Of course, that's only if it's your true twin flame. Then this dynamic is playing out, and nothing is ever wrong. No trigger that you're getting from your divine counterpart is ever wrong. That's all valuable, right? All valid and valuable. Yeah, and so that can be very tricky. Of course, as I said, the benefit is that you are in a higher vibration, and that there is the entertainment factor, and also that you build a relationship maybe with certain readers, and that's something, if they have a high vibration, that's a wonderful thing, because it's a kind of support, right? So I'm not against that. I'm just pointing out, and also so that you know there will come a time where you are not watching readings anymore. If you do so, if you do so at all, I don't know. But that's also, like, for us, it's, as I already said, it's kind of an addictive behavior sometimes. And when those addictive things are cleared and fall away, then they are replaced by other things that are entertaining and nice and fun to do. For example, mission related, right? So it's a phase along the way for all of us, I think, and there is a very, very supportive side to it, and there is a side to it that I think is a little bit unhealthy, and we should really pay attention to the readers that we pick, and also still look for the messages that we receive from the divine, right? And only take what resonates, and really always leave the rest. Then that's not for us, right? If it's not confirmation for something that you already know on the inside, then leave it. If it's giving you a sense of insecurity, fear, worry, leave it. It's not for you. Okay? So yeah, I'm already winding down, right? Those are the messages that I wanted to bring through to you today. But there is another aspect also, and this is that usually card readers, of course, they leave you alone with those messages, and they cannot even tell you sometimes in which area you need to work on yourself. So, and even if they can tell you, then they have no solution. They're just leaving you alone with the message, right? Whereas, for example, what I have to offer is that I can really clear the things that you need to know. So I have prepared some cards. Yeah, I was pulling some cards for you. I haven't done this in a long time. So I want to show you quickly. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Can you see that? And what is that? The Page of Cups. We have the Devil and the Five of Cups. So let's put them in the other order again. So first of all, the Five of Cups is always the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, the Knight of Pentacles always talking about slow movement, right? And so, what is this card telling us on the twin flame journey? So it is telling me that you are moving slowly at the moment, and that the divine wants you to enjoy the journey. He is walking bare feet through the grass. You could almost like feel the juiciness of this meadow, and the weather is nice. And both this knight and his horse both are like really enjoying this journey, and they have no hurry to arrive anywhere. So that's a clear message on the twin flame journey, that you should work towards enjoying the journey. So that's a step to take, right? Because we always like want to arrive, right? To arrive in union with our divine counterpart. But we cannot, as I always say, we cannot go from unhappy to happy. So first we have to find this happiness within. We have to find this poise within, this peace, this lightheartedness, this playfulness, and we have to discover the vibration where this is. Right? This doesn't mean that this is replacing union in any way, or that we don't need our divine counterpart. We don't need our divine counterpart, right? We want to be with our divine counterpart. It's natural and fulfilling for us to be with our divine counterpart. And we have to be in this place where we are already having a lot of coins, right? We are already having all the coins that we need. So this would be a twin flame message. And of course, there are wounds connected to this if you cannot enjoy the journey, right? The coins are very much also linked to the root chakra, but also the crown chakra. So on both levels, as I see it, right? It's my concept. Of course, there are other concepts. So as I see it, that's related to your prosperity on those levels. So how is that going? Was there someone like depriving you of your natural prosperity, for example, when you were a child? So we could look into this and then give all of those coins back to you and heal that on an energetic level, right? So the next card is the Page of Cups. It's talking about, you see his feet here, and it's talking about going to a higher level. The page, and then the knight, and then the king, right? King or queen. So the Page of Cups is talking of something that is about to open up, about something that is about to evolve, something that has to do with emotions, something that has to do with the heart chakra and with the sacral chakra as well, as is indicated by the water, right? The cups. And so basically you're already opening up here on the level of the heart chakra. So this is all about wounds on those levels, right? And those are tricky. Those are sometimes the wounds that are showing themselves a little bit later along the path, and not in the beginning, where they show themselves, but maybe we cannot access them. And that's also talking about upgrading the vibration, right? That's something that I can also teach you, and I can also do this for you. But of course, this is also always something that you have to maintain. It's not that you upgrade and then you stay there. It's something you have to ride the wave every day and adjust and maintain that frequency, this higher vibration, and that's what we call mastery then. So you're called to develop mastery, to achieve mastery. That's what the twin flame path is all about. We are spiritual masters, and that's what we are called to be. That's the same for your divine counterpart. And here we have this little pig, and that's to me that's fulfillment, that's luck, right? Happiness, joy. And so that's all that is coming with this higher frequency, all the things that you find, including your twin flame union, right? So that's a journey to take. If you want to maybe start with this, you could also choose to click on the link below and get my free webinar that I've created. It's all about like clearing energy for you and your counterpart on a daily basis. So that's something that is very useful in order to keep you in a good vibration, right? Higher vibration. Let's see what the next card is. It's the Devil, and that's talking about addictions, right? It's talking about a lot of things, but to me, in a twin flame reading, that's addictions to people, places, and things. And very often also most of the things that we really need to address are like the addictions regarding the chemistry of your body, right? Chemistry, and how you are like recreating scenarios in your everyday life, or in your life, maybe not every day, but in your life in general, that give you this specific flavor of chemistry in your body. So for example, a specific flavor of fear that is maybe with you since your childhood, and now the circumstances are different, people are different, but the specific flavor of fear is the same. So this is what your subconscious mind keeps creating over and over. That's something that has to go, right? It's a real block, and you for sure you want this to go. And this is also something where I could help you. And the other thing with addictions is, of course, this codependent narcissistic pattern that many of us are stuck in. So we are codependent and not free. We're bound, as is indicated here. And so we want to free ourselves, right? And resolve all those codependent patterns. Yeah, that's also part of the process, right? And last but not least, we have the Five of Cups. So this is talking about lack consciousness. It's focusing on loss, right? So the original card in the tarot deck is like the person focusing on 3 cups that have spilled over and not seeing the 2 cups in his back that are still standing and full. I think here it is this. Oh, she is about to spill over the 4th cup even here, and she has only 1 cup left that is really filled. So yeah, it's talking about self-sabotage, right? It is self-sabotaging for us. We have to learn really and to be disciplined in focusing on what is good, because that's what we want to grow in our lives. And this comes with discipline and with learning and training, not to focus on lack, but to focus like on what we have. Because as I said in the beginning, we can only go to this place of union when our cup is full, right? When our cup is filled and full and over spilling, really. That's the place we want to be in. We can never come into union with this lack consciousness. Lack consciousness is also part of separation consciousness. We believe that we can be in any way separate from what we deserve, what is ours at the vibrational level, right? You desire your union, so your union is there for you. It's something you desire. It's already created, right? You have already created it. Now you have to allow it. And that's also part of the journey, and I can also help you to train your receiving muscles and to clear what's in the way for you to receive. It's very often also related to childhood wounds. So yeah, so because I have a solution, those things are not scary, but they're just indicators of what needs to be addressed, right? And there's no need for you to be alone with all of those messages, but you can reach out and get help with that, right? So yeah, I hope this was interesting and gave you some clarity around how to approach readings and what best to choose. And that's all for today. I wish you, as always, a beautiful day, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.